the World Cup, which is the people's game. Every 4 years, it's the World Cup. And those of us who are very passionate about soccer are engaged in friendly discussions or debates. And at times, we even bother one another in the sense of which teams we are rooting for, despite the fact that any of us isn't from any particular country that is presently playing in the World Cup. The idea is that we're rooting for great teams or great talents. But at times, some people who, for some odd reason, lack the ability to maintain the concept of sportsmanship or their emotional control lack thereof tend to bring up racial disparity in the moment of this passionate tournament. And frankly, this is not the moment for a history lesson, since everyone seems to have an idea or an opinion and wants to be an educator to others during this great moment of joy and excitement. Addressing racism in its root is a very important issue, and it concerns us all. But having the freedom to root and applaud any team or players we wish because of their talent is also a right to choose and should be respected. There is a time for everything, as we can only tackle one thing at a time. Now, it is the World Cup, the biggest event in the world, a once in every 4-year tournament, just like the Olympics. And there is no time for racial division, but rather great moment to scream and jump when one's team scores a goal or wins the match entirely. It's a moment to travel, visit another country, meet new people, and learn new cultures while everyone mingles with each other. Most of us are aware of racial injustice and all other types of injustices that are happening around the world on a daily basis, as it is nothing new to any of us. Therefore, I will choose not to engage in another racial tournament or debate outside the World Cup competition, nor that will I allow anyone to convince me that there is one country that is a saint in the world when it comes to racial injustice. When mentioned of Argentina's team being the only team in the World Cup not having any person of black skin color in their team, I will quickly agree that it is true, but that wouldn't just be sufficient to label them as a racist country, leaving all the others out as if they too don't have their equal share outside the soccer team. If we were to revisit history, we would then find countries in a queue waiting to give their racial testimonials and injustices toward humanity. First, there was the Nazi genocide in Germany, then the Portuguese killing of the Indians, including the 30 million Negroes in Brazil, following by the racial whitening in 1963, then dictator Trujillo's parsley massacre of Haitians and the whitening of race in the Dominican Republic. Not to forget the Europeans' invasion of North American continent with the Spanish in 1565 at St. Augustine in Florida, and the eradication of the indigenous. Well, my point is, every country has their share of human injustice in their closet, and that no one is exempt. Therefore, this is year 2022, and it is the 22nd FIFA World Cup that is taking place in Qatar until the next 4 years. So don't spoil this moment of joy with your racial history lesson and division. Let us celebrate sportsmanship and great talents. May the best team win. For On Camera, I'm with Mac Bello. Vamos, Argentina.